Hey, it's Emily from Red Goddess Tarot, and we are here today to read the monthly energy of 2000 or December 2017. Oh my gosh, phone's dinging. For Leo, um, my fellow fire sign. I'm an Aries, so I love reading for other fire signs. I love reading for everybody, but um, so as you know, we had a super moon, which is an amplified full moon, in Gemini on December 3rd. So we're in that energy, and we're also in the energy of Mercury in retrograde. So it's a time of introspection, looking inward for answers, what serves us, what doesn't serve us, and using those to hone in on our own abilities and our own capabilities and being the best that we can be. And being guided by our higher self. So, with that in mind, I just ask you to take a few deep breaths, Leo, or if you're watching for Leo, ask for signs, signals from your spiritual team, or however you identify that, God or whatever. Just ask for signs in this reading of if this reading is for you, if it will resonate with you. So, whatever that may be, whether it's my phone going off like it just did, maybe that was a sign for some of you, or a particular card or a particular phrase that I say, because I do read the cards, but I also read intuitively too. So wherever spirit guides me, I just kind of let it flow. I just kind of feel I'm a vessel for the divine. So whatever comes out comes out. So with that in mind, just take a few deep breaths, and I'll give you some time to feel like some of you are apprehensive since that. So just ask for signs and you'll receive them. So just keep an open mind. Okay, let's go ahead and dive right in. I use the Rider-Waite Tarot, and I use Witch's Tarot here, and Doreen Virtue Angel Oracle cards to clarify. Oh my goodness. Phone again. So I guess there's your sign if you needed one. The phone dinging. Okay, so what are the energies for Leo for December 2017? Okay, let's dive right in. So, what are the energies for Leo for December 2017? What are the monthly energies? And what I do is I do energies week by week. I set up 4 rows of 3 cards, and those 3 cards are the energies for the week. They're not always in linear fashion, so it's just the energies for that week. They could come at any time. It could be that they're clustered all together. So just whatever resonates with you, take what you need and leave the rest. Or if it all resonates, even better. So, because this is a general reading for all Leos, male, female, across the board. So whatever comes up, comes up. You know, I just hope that all of you can get something out of this. But so just like I said, try to keep an open mind. Ask for signs. Ask for signs. I feel like a lot of you are going to need signs because you're skeptical. I feel like a lot of you are skeptical. So just ask for signs. Alright, so where are the energies? Oh, those cards. Where are the energies for Leo for December 2017? What are the energies for Leo? One more. What are the energies for Leo? Got a really heavy deck there, or heavy pile. So where are the energies for Leo for December 2017? One more. What are the energies for Leo for December 2017? Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so for the first one, we have the Ace of Swords in the first week. We have the Page of Cups in the first week. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. In the first week. And then we have in the second week the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Fool, Major Arcana, in the third week. We have the Moon, Major Arcana, in the third week. And we have the Queen of Cups in the third week. We have the Hermit, Major Arcana, in the fourth final week. We have Death in the Major Arcana in the third week, or fourth week, I'm sorry. We have the Eight of Swords in the fourth week, I'm sorry. And underneath the deck is the Hanged Man, Major Arcana. So that tells me the underlying energy of this month, where you guys are at, what you're going through, and kind of what's guiding this reading. What's at the heart of the matter. Okay. So with that being said, I kind of feel like you guys are in a holding period, a place that you've put yourself. You're not, you're allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective, which is not necessarily easy. But from what I'm seeing from the cards is, if you stay in this energy too long, you'll have created a trap for yourself. So don't work in extremes, Leo. You're working in extremes here. I feel a lot of extreme energy. So it's not bad that you're in this Hanged Man position and looking for a different perspective, having, put yourself in a position to kind of achieve some kind of enlightenment. I feel like some of you need to hear that word, enlightenment. But you're doing it in extremes. So flip yourself back over again as the Hanged Man and look at what you're doing as extreme. There's a lot of extreme energy here. Let's go ahead and clarify, see what we got. Okay, so I have a feeling this one's going to be a little long. I just feel a lot of energy with this one. A lot of y'all need some clarity. So I think a lot of you clicked on this because you needed some clarity of what's going on. So can you please clarify the energy of Leo for December 2017? Clarify the energy of Leo for December 2017. Those cards keep getting stuck for some reason. Clarify the energy for Leo, December 2017. Do one more. Please clarify the energy for Leo for December 2017. Okay. December 2017. Do two more. Throw in one for good measure. Please clarify the energy for Leo for December 2017. Okay. So on top of the Ace of Swords in the first week, we have the Queen of Wands. There you are, Leo. Hello. There you are. Okay. For the Page of Cups, we have the Two of Cups. All right. See you, Leo. I see you. Okay. The Knight of Swords, you have Justice, Major Arcana. All right. For the Ten of Pentacles, you have Seven of Cups. Okay. For the Seven of Swords, you have the Two of Swords. Makes perfect sense. Okay. For the Six of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Also makes sense. For the Fool, you have the Knight of Swords. And you have the Knight of Swords up here as well, underneath the Justice Clarification card. Underneath the Moon, you have the Page of Pentacles. For the Queen of Cups, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. For the Hermit, you have the Page of Cups. For Death, you have the Queen of Swords. For the Eight of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. So, let's see. Give me a moment to kind of look and see what's going on. Okay, so let's start at, oh my goodness, these cards are so slippery. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, I feel like either this is you, Leo, or you're dealing with another fire sign, probably a female fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire energy or a lot of fire in their chart, like Sun, Moon, Rising. And the Ace of Swords is the purest form of the air element that we have. So it's almost like this air element is fueling you or this other person, and you know you're kind of being put in a position of it's a good position, but you're just kind of feeling the fuel of this air energy fueling your fire, you know? Very passionate energy here. I'm kind of left, you know, befuddled as to what it's in regards to, but I think we're going to figure it out as we go along. So just keep that in mind, that either this air energy is fueling you or it's fueling another kind of female air, or not air sign, fire sign in your life. I feel like whoever this is you're very close to this other fire sign, okay? Or you're coming into your own, but I kind of feel like this is somebody else. This is someone else in your life that you're close to, but you can feel their momentum. You can feel, it's almost like they're inspiring you. That's kind of what I feel like. A lot of inspiration is coming from this person, this other fire sign. And I feel it's a fire sign, a female fire sign. I feel like you're getting a lot of inspiration from them. Okay, so also in the first week, we have the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. Beautiful combination, okay? Beautiful. So, okay, the Page of Cups is kind of this, you know, he kind of brings love to people. He kind of brings intuition, and you have the Page of Cups down here as well. So this Page of Cups is kind of gifting you, like here's this gift. And the Two of Cups is the cup of love, like twin flame, soulmate stuff. Which I've seen a lot of the readings, like twin flame, soulmate stuff. So maybe December's the month for that. I don't know. All I know is that I've been getting a lot of the Two of Cups, Page of Cups in the readings, and the Lovers cards. So all I know is this from this pairing, is there's someone offering love to you, a love in a romantic sense, okay? But I feel, looking at the rest of the cards, that you don't trust them for some reason. But there is an offering of love at the beginning of December, okay? Could it be the one? Could it not be the one? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. So the Page of Swords, I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords right here, and Justice, Major Arcana. I feel like you're dealing with a Libra. I think that whoever this person is a Libra. If you need a sign, that's what it is right there. You're dealing with a Libra. Okay. I feel like this goes out to the female Leos. I feel like you're dealing with a Libra male or a Libra female, whatever you identify with, but it's a masculine energy, and it's almost like you feel tested by them in a weird way. What's a good example of that? They test your wit. You guys kind of go back and forth with witty banter. I sense that. But you can't tell they're genuine or not. It's hard to tell. But you see Libra over here, the justice is represented by Libra, okay? And the scales, okay? They're very, very calculated, very balanced, intellectual people. Libras are some of the most poised, sophisticated, wonderful people you'll ever meet. But I feel like with this particular Libra or air sign, I mean, I'm not disregarding any of the other air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, could very well be one of those, but I feel like whoever I'm speaking to in this matter, and I'm speaking to a lot of people, but I feel like there's someone that needs to hear it's a Libra male, or a male energy. Could be a female with male energy, but I feel like some of you guys need to hear that. So I think this offering of love is from this air sign, this Libra person, but I really feel strongly it's a Libra. And you have to understand too that the elements of air and fire work wonderfully, beautifully together. They complement each other. You know, air fuels fire. Okay? So going into the second week of December, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so traveling in from the energy from the first week, it seems like you've done a lot for yourself as far as, you know, the world around you. Your home life is good. Everything's good. Everything's great, actually, except I think in your love life, you're given multiple options, which is the Seven of Cups. It's dreams. I feel like a lot of you are having dreams, and also you're aware of the fact that you hold multiple options in your romantic life. And for those of you that are attached, this is also a warning of that, you know, temptation could be coming your way. So be mindful of that you've earned all this through what the relationship that you have. Do you really want to go out looking for other cups? But for those of you that are non-attached, you have options. You have options, you know? But only one cup is suited best for you. I think that's what the lesson of that is. So, which leads me to the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. I feel like some of you have been betrayed in the past in a great way. I feel like people have come to you and deceived you, made you think there's something they're not. And then you have the Two of Swords, is that's why you can't make the decision. That's why you're in the Hanged Man position. You're in a state of non-movement because you need to gain some insight, which is the best place for you to possibly be. I wouldn't make the decision yet, not with this card and the Hanged Man, but at the same time, you have to learn to trust yourself and know that you've learned your lesson. What is it about those past deceptions that you learned about yourself? That's the key to getting out into the making the decision, is what have you learned? What have you learned about yourself? Why were you deceived? What did you allow? Okay? Not putting blame on anybody, but we all have to take our part in stuff. Because no one can do anything to us unless we let them. So I encourage you to find your inner strength, okay? And your inner voice that guides you of why these. And I feel like maybe there's someone deceiving you now, for some of you, and that's why you can't make a decision, because you feel like there's deceit. But see how much of that is you and how much of it is real. I'm not saying they're not deceiving you, but I'm not saying they are either. I'm saying that's up for you to determine. For you to determine in this Hanged Man position. Okay? Because you have the potential for the Queen of Wands, ultimate manifestation, earthly manifestation. And this is male or female here. This is just total earthly manifestation. Okay? I know I use the word manifest a lot, but it's a powerful word. So figure out how much, you know, what's the illusion and what's reality. And only you can determine that for yourself. So that's the second week. And also in the second week are the energies of the High Priestess and the Six of Swords. So some of you have been called intuitively to travel. Seems like maybe you're either moving away from something because your intuition, your inner voice just says, you know what, no, no more. Whatever's going on, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it behind. And, you know, this also is the high priestess is represented by the moon. It's almost like this energy of the full moon. What do I need to let go of? It seems like you're moving away from whatever you need to let go of. It seems like you've realized that something doesn't serve you, or a lot of things. You've got multiple swords here. It looks like you're walking away from a lot of different things to start anew. It looks like you're starting a fresh start in all aspects of life. And you have the High Priestess card, a major arcana card. This is a major event. You've made a big decision in the second week of December. So let's see where the energies take us for the next week. Okay. We've got, what did I say, new beginnings. The Fool, major arcana, clarified by the the Knight of Swords. Okay, what I'm getting from this is whoever this Libra energy was, because remember, you had the Knight of Swords up there. That was that Libra air energy. It could be Aquarius, could be Gemini, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's a Libra. Male or female, doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you. But it seems like they're still going to continue to pursue you, but you are not having it for some reason. They're a part of your past now. You're the Fool now. You're off to, other things. They're still chasing you. So, but you're just not having it. And you're just in this totally different energy come middle of December. Good for you, Leo. You're in a totally different energy. Okay? So, it seems like you kind of figure out that maybe this person was deceiving you, or maybe you were deceiving them, or there was some deception that you decided was happening, and you're just in a new place. So it seems like you move out of this Hanged Man position, which is the underlying energy, and come midweek, you kind of you have a lot of breakthroughs or enlightening experiences. Okay, let's get to the second part of the third week. You've got the Moon and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Moon, this has shown up, the Moon card, in every single reading, I believe. Almost all, if not all of them. And just oddly enough, we're in this full moon energy and Mercury in retrograde. And you have the Moon is there to shine light on our dark side, on our darkness. And I've mentioned in another video, we're all polarities, okay? We're polarized nature, dark and light. I choose not to put judgment words on them like good and bad, because they're just light and dark. They just are what they are, and everything has to have its opposite to exist. Okay, that's just the nature of the universe. So I feel like, and the Page of Pentacles is always the challenge card. It's the card of being tested, being challenged. So I feel like what this is saying is this Moon card, is challenging you to shine light on illusions and to shine light on your darker self, your hidden self. What is there that's feeding things that don't serve you anymore? Okay, what's underneath the layers? And I feel like the Hanged Man position there too is encouraging you to see things from a different perspective. Okay, because our perceptions are fueled by our subconscious. The Moon card represents the subconscious mind. Okay, and until we shine light on what's really going on in there, do we have a clue of what's in our conscious mind? And our conscious mind is what others see. Our conscious mind, our subconscious, we need the light in the darkness, which is the Moon, to shine light on what's really going on, in the depths of our mind. That's, we really just need to look at where it's coming from. And that's the challenge. Because with everything that you've had go on in this reading, it seems like you struggle with a lot of indecision because others have deceived you, played you, whatever they've done. But I think what this combination is challenging you to do, this Moon and Page of Pentacles, the challenge of the Page of Pentacles is to look inside. Do we bestow some of those characteristics ourselves to deceive? You know, do we have, are we human too? Do we have the capability to hurt others? Absolutely. So I think the challenge is to forgive ourselves and to forgive others and move on with grace and dignity, knowing that that particular situation showed us something and illuminated something that we can change about ourselves, therefore making us better. So trust the process, just trust it. And I know that's hard to do. Okay, so the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Okay, and this is for the third week, the energy of the third week. This is more challenge, okay? I feel like this Queen of Cups here, I feel like this is your subconscious and you're trying to protect it. I feel like that deep down inside of you, Leo, there is a very deep feeling, intuitive, insightful, lovely, just dreamy person that doesn't get the attention that they need. You know, your subconscious is a part of you and it needs nurturing. And I think this is what's calling you to do. Nurture your inner child. I feel like someone needed to hear that. Nurture your inner child. I'm not pointing at you aggressively, I swear. But this is you fighting it, protecting it from others to hurt it. You're protecting this Queen of Cups, your inner self, your beauty, your ethereal self, your soul. Because as you can see, the Queen of Cups, she has her head down. She's kind of sad and sullen. And you're protecting it. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with protecting it, but are you overprotecting it? Because anything done in extremes, that goes back to the extremes we're talking about. What are you doing in extremes? You know? What are you doing in extremes? You know, give that inner self a lot of love and attention. Okay, and the answers will come. Go inward. That's what the Hanged Man, and that's honestly too the goal of Mercury in retrograde and the supermoon is reflecting light on our inner self. So I mean, it's no wonder the readings have turned out the way that they have. Okay. Once again, we have something else as I talk about it, then it comes up. The Page of Cups and the Hermit. Okay. The Hermit encourages us, even though he doesn't want to, look at his face. He does not want to go inward, but he knows it's the best thing for him. He still holds the light, and he has yet to look up through the light at his true self. But the Page of Cups here encourages you that there is a cup, there is a gift to going inward. There is a beautiful gift through this challenge. Pages always represent challenges or tests. Do the inner work. Do it. There is a great gift on the other side of doing the work. A beautiful gift, and I can assure you of that. Know thyself. Know thyself first. Okay? All right. So, we have Death, Major Arcana, and the Queen of Swords. Okay? I feel like this is death as a synthesis, not like you're going to die. I don't think that. That's not what that card's mean. This means transformation. This is the transformation card. This is, you know, you've kind of gone through all these different tests and you're ready to transform, transcend. And you have the Queen of Cups here who is aiding you in that. So your intellect, you know, your smart, savvy intellect and your quick wit serves you in this for some reason. Serves you in the transformation. So use your keen insight and intellect. Maybe read some books on, you know, finding your inner child, or do meditation on healing your inner child, or, you know, look to intellect. I feel like it's saying for some reason intellect, because I feel like, I mean, Leos are just smart, and the Queen of Swords represents all things that are fair, that are just, that are intellectual. She's very sharp. She has a very sharp mind. And this is male or female energy. This is just what's represented here as the Queen. And she shall help you. Those things will help you in this transformation. Okay? So in this introspection, you realize it's time for me to change. Okay, so call upon, you know, or maybe a person. Maybe this queen is a person to help you transform, you know, an air quality sign or an air sign quality. Sometimes I wonder if I am like, what's the, can you be like backwards dyslexic, or would that just be being normal? Not that there's such thing as normal. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Either way, that does not even matter. Side note. Well, that's a whole nother lecture class. All right. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Now what I'm seeing here is you've spent so much time in the extreme of finding yourself and nurturing yourself. You're not finding the balance of that. Hey, you've got the material world here that you also have to deal with. Don't get so lost in spirituality and finding your answers that you lose touch with the physical world. Okay? That's what this is saying, because you've obviously manifested a lot in the physical world. Don't forget that you're still putting yourself in the trap here that you've put yourself in. You're putting yourself in another trap by going into extremes. Okay? So once again, the Hanged Man is here to remind you to balance yourself, to take a different stance, to achieve enlightenment, to be enlightened on what you need to know. Okay? You have a lot to offer. You have a lot going for you. Don't get stuck in one place on one thing, Leo. Just don't go to extremes. You know, you can walk out of this anytime by finding the balance. Okay? And I think that's what the Queen of Swords is trying to tell you, because this can also represent a Libra energy. Balance. Balance these out. The material world, the spiritual world. Material, you've got to have a balance of everything. And you have the key to walk out of this anytime. You know, you're under the illusion that you're trapped, but you're not. It's a place that we put ourselves. So walk out anytime. You have the key. You have the key. Okay? So I'm going to pull some, for each week, I'm going to pull an angel, Doreen Virtue, angel clarifying card. So let's see kind of what the angel's advice is for each week for Leo, December 2017. Angels, what's the advice for each week for Leo, December 2017? What are advice for Leo for December 2017? Okay, so let's cut them. What's the advice for Leo for each week of December 2017? Okay, let's do two more for good measure. What are they? Please give us... Well, let's do one more. What? Please clarify the energies. Sorry, sometimes things get scrambled in my mind whenever I'm trying to give intention to the universe, and I have to reshuffle. So excuse me. So the first week we have be assertive. Be assertive for the first week. Okay. For the second week we have within the next few months. Within the next few months. For the third week we have choose a new direction. I love whenever this stuff lines up. Okay. And then for the final week we have ask your angels. Ask your angels. Maybe I feel like that was a sign someone needed. Okay, so be assertive in the first week. You know, this is you, Leo, like I said, right here. And be your assertive self. You know, I'm a fire sign too. We are very assertive people. We're not threatening or anything. We're just assertive. So be assertive. I feel like you haven't been nurturing yourself. Be assertive. That's the advice of the angel cards. So within the next few months, you know, I feel like you're going to be dealing with this Libra energy or this air energy that we talked about, and you're going to have to make a decision. But I think that you do make the decision and you choose a new direction. You know, I feel like that, you know, you're going to start reaping the benefits of this new direction in the next few months, but I feel like it's going to be trying and troublesome a little bit to some of you this month of December. So don't let it be don't let it be unnecessary conflict. Just switch a corner and choose a new direction. Find what you love about that new direction. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. That is the point of this full moon cycle in Mercury retrograde. Let go. Just let go of it. And ask your angels, okay? Your transformation. I feel like some of you need to go buy books or look up who your guardian angels are, okay? I might do a video on that. Everyone has a patron saint and everyone has a patron demon. And you can call, I mean, I know demon sounds scary to a lot of you, but it's just the you know, the polarity in our nature. We have a light side and a dark side that we can call upon when necessary. And sometimes it's necessary to call upon the dark, and sometimes it's necessary to call upon the light. It depends on what you're up against. But know your angels, because they always have your best interest in mind. The only reason darkness is there is to hold the light accountable. Okay? Light is there, or dark is there to hold the light accountable. So if you work in the light, if you're someone that...
It's 10 o'clock.
Well, it's 10 o'clock. But if you're someone that works in the light, then the darkness is there and you're exposed to the darkness to strengthen your light. Okay? Just remember that. But ask your angels, and if you have any questions about who your angel is or anything like that, I can definitely tell you. So feel free to email me anytime. I encourage you to do so. This is what I love to do. And I love helping you guys. I love reading for you guys. It is honestly my pleasure. And I do free readings. So just contact me via email and we'll set it up. And I wish you nothing but balance, Leo, and love and abundance and joy and laughter. And I hope that everyone enjoys this holiday season, whether or not you celebrate or not. I just hope it's a wonderful month for you. Okay? So take care of yourselves and each other. Much love.